This is FCBCtv News, your weekly news source.
Good morning, Faithful Central. The Los Angeles School of Arts and Entertainment is coming to Inglewood. I'm Kimberly Dooley.
And I'm Kente Scott. Here's some information on how you can enroll your child.
The mission of the LA School of Arts and Entertainment is to increase academic performance through high-quality arts education and to be a bridge between South Los Angeles youth and the employment opportunities in the entertainment industry.
We've put together a team of people that are world-class educators, world-class visual artists, world-class musicians, and dance professionals.
Here we are in Los Angeles, where these students in the inner city are just miles away from one of the largest centers for arts and entertainment in the entire world. And they don't have access to the programs that we will be providing.
When I go speak to the kids, they say to me, I never even thought about a career in music until I saw you. You came from the same kind of place that we came from. Now I feel like I can make it.
The Los Angeles School of Arts and Entertainment creates this wonderful, nurturing, enveloping arena where all types of students can get together under one roof and create something that's magical.
If you would like to find out about enrolling your middle school student in the fall of 2012, visit the booth immediately following service.
If it's 10 a.m. and you're in high school, go ahead and pack up your iPad, your cell phone, your PS2, 3, 4, whatever number we're on, and head on over to the takeover service in the living room. It's a service specifically designed for you. No mama in there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's this week's BlaqMatics.
When a young white girl named Mary Groce asked her father about his heritage, he told her some closet doors are better left unopened. Well, she found a picture and a caption of her uncle, Emory, that read, Emory C. Malik, licensee, pilot number 105. As it turns out, Emory Malik was the first African-American to ever hold a pilot's license. As a child, Emory worked as a farmhand and a carpenter. During his free time, he built his own gliders and flew them across the Susquehanna River. At the age of 31, he went to the Curtis Aviation School near San Diego, California. That same year, he earned his international pilot's license, the first African-American to ever do so. After getting his license, he got a Curtis Pusher biplane and amazed and entertained his neighbors by making several flights around Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. His contribution to history was almost lost, but now artifacts concerning his life are being collected by the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum. And Mary Groce is writing a book that will share his story with the world. James Herman Banning had a yen for flying, but no school he found would let him in because of his race. He was finally accepted into a school in Des Moines, Iowa. At the completion of his studies, he became the first African-American pilot to be licensed by the U.S. Department of Commerce. In 1932, he and his mechanic, Thomas Allen, refurbished and updated a two-seat biplane and then made the first transcontinental flight by African-American men. They didn't have enough money or gas to complete the flight, so they called themselves the Flying Hobos and financed their trip through the goodwill of supporters during their stops. Their trip took 21 days because of finances, but if you count only the time spent in the air, the trip took 42 hours. In 2007, 23-year-old Barrington Irving became the first black person and the youngest ever to pilot a solo flight around the world. As a youth, he met a pilot who, after a tour of the cockpit, took him under his wing. This inspired Barrington's love of flying, leading him to become an aerospace major at Florida Memorial University. But no one would sell or lease parts to him for this solo flight, so he asked for individual plane parts instead. Once the parts had been donated, an aircraft company donated time to assemble the plane. When people heard his story, donations poured in from companies like Miami Executive Aviation and Chevron. After completing his trip, Barrington opened a nonprofit organization, Experience Aviation, in order to inspire more youth to enter the aviation field. Emory Malik proved that African Americans could take it to the skies. The Flying Hobos soared to new heights on their trip across America. and Barrington Irving took on the world with his solo circumnavigation. All three of them battled through obstacles and disbelief in order to live their dreams and rise.
And now for our extended outlook, here's Abba Arthur.
Good morning, everyone. Look for no unusual activity until the weekend as we resume our Wednesday's midweek service at 7 p.m. in the living room. Also in the living room this Thursday at 7 p.m. will be men's discipleship. And Frontline will be meeting at 7:30 p.m. in the Trinity building. Now this Saturday we'll be meeting from 8 p.m. through 12 midnight as we join together for our late night prayer service. Saints, let's meet together this Saturday night and skip the club or the lounge or your couch or someone else's couch. Yikes, I said it. Yeah, I did. All right, we'll see you there.
That's it for this week. I'm Kente Scott. Thanks for watching.
And I'm Kimberly Dooley. For all of us at FCBCtv News, see you next time.
That's not me. That's not how I do it.
I don't do that. I'm not stuffing y'all in the neck
Yes,
like a
you
turkey.
are. You can't even move. You're like robot.
I'm projecting.